All right now, party people. It's the man behind the camera. Let's get this screen adjusted right. Y'all know who that young fella is over here on that couch. Y'all know his pop. Y'all know who he is. Fellas, let's just get into why we need to protect these seeds.
Standing on business.
We always standing on business. Together now.
Standing on business. Bitch, always.
Mr. Tidwell, you are not his father. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
From the bottom of my broken heart, Wallace Tidwell, I'm sorry. And to your whole family, I apologize. I have no idea who his dad is at this point.
We know that.
I'm sorry, but I didn't sleep.
Okay. Oh, Brian, get her. I knew it.
So you know we got a new little direction. We gonna start shooting the show, right? So quick stat, I'm gonna pass it to you. So we know that almost 40% of these DNA tests are coming back that these men are not the fathers.
He not the pappy.
Then Pop, why are we so reluctant as a country to make DNA testing mandatory?
Well, you already know the answer. Okay. You and I both know the answer.
Well, we want you to say it out loud.
It's financial.
It's what?
It's financial, because what's going to happen is that if you begin to start to do that, then they going to lose a whole lot of money.
Hold on, they going to do what, Dad?
They're going to lose a whole lot of money.
They going to do what?
They're going to lose a whole lot of money.
Okay.
Because the federal government pays them 66 cents on every dollar that they collect. The federal government pays them 66 cents.
So therefore,
So you know how much money they're going to lose?
So you telling me they don't really actually care who the pappy is.
No, don't care about
They
the
just
pappy.
want to make sure they tax somebody.
That's right. So that's why they don't want to do the mandatory DNA, because if they do that, then they are going to lose a whole lot of money.
Let the church say amen. Y'all heard, Pop. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do one thing about this scene right here that I'm going to shoot to you also, Pop. So, she said, the brother's name said she was sorry. She said at this point, she don't know who the little boy dad is. Now, she done fell out on the floor and she crying. What's she crying for, Pop? We would like to know what you think.
She crying because they just found out that she a 304, she a whoa, she a city girl. That's what just found out. Because because here's the reality. She told on herself. She said because she don't know. So then that means that she had multiple partners other than him.
Slow that down, because I need you to round that back, folks, so people can hear you. That means she's had how many?
She had multiple partners.
Go ahead.
Other than him.
Go ahead.
Because she just told on herself, and she said she don't know. So if you don't, if it was only one other guy,
then you would
You would have known.
Okay.
But you talking about
You don't know.
Which means you had multiple partners.
So we got to multiply.
Multiply. So now where we at? We're at 304. We see the girl. We're whoa. I mean, you look. Here's the
We're
reality.
streetwalker.
Streetwalk. Look, you was undercover. And hold on. See, he didn't.
Say you was undercover, Pop.
He didn't know. He didn't know you was undercover, but you was undercover.
And
he didn't know
obviously
it.
these other men don't know either, because she just said she don't know if it ain't
She don't know. Nobody, look. She got to go back now and go to her Rolodex, and she got to go and figure out how many men did I actually sleep with?
So basically, she was the female version, she thought, of Sade when she said she was a smooth operator.
Yeah, she was a smooth operator.
Now, do you see how this break down when you the so-called woman that want to be a smooth operator?
See what happened?
You don't know who your daddy is or your baby when you want to be a smooth operator.
Come on now.
Let the church
that lets you know. When I said multiple, that lets you know that she had so many that she can't.
She don't even know which one might be on the conception.
Think about that for a second.
So, Daddy, we might be talking 4+ men,
Probably.
cause he came to court and it ain't his.
It's gonna definitely be more than 2.
And she said she don't know, so we know it's more than 2.
It's gonna be more than 2. No. When I said more than 2, I'm talking about more than 2 other than him.
That's what I'm talking about. So more than 2 other than him. So now we at 3. I'm gonna go at least 4.
At least 4 or 5.
We're all
You gotta stop. But also, y'all, just so y'all know, another one reason why she fell out is because now she just made herself look bad.
On national TV. This for the world to see.
It's okay. It's okay. You are shaking.
I know.
I feel your nervousness from here. Are you okay?
Yes. Yeah, I am.
Mr. Benning, you are not the father.
That's one baby, Pop.
You said earlier that if Robin was not your biological child, it causes you to doubt whether or not you truly are the biological father of Jermaine Benning Jr. The court wants to make sure when you leave here, you have the whole truth. You are not the father.
Hold on, so 2 babies?
Case of...
Did I miss that?
Pop,
We talking about 2 babies?
he wasn't a baby or
We
the
talking about
daughter
2 babies?
or the son. And the little boy, the last one, that's only so many months old, has got his name. I always used to watch this show, and I'm telling you right now, Pop, we'd already be where we trying to go. Boy, we'd have been recording in. But I used to watch this show every day after working 10, 12-hour days and be like, my God, the trifling stuff you do. So once again, I'm going to say this. I'm going to ask you this. Why aren't paternity testing mandatory when we had a whole show that's shown just how deceitful women are? And before you answer, I believe the only reason it got canceled is because it was too many of these episodes where these women were lying. Over 3 or 4 seasons, it was more women that were lying almost than more women that told the truth.
Well, that's what I was getting ready to say. In my mind, I think that's why they canceled the show. Because now, what it does is that it wakes up America, and so it wakes up all of these other men that now they might want to go and have tests actually done just so they could actually be sure. That's in my mind, I believe that's the reason why. Because, no, hold on, real quick. Now, what did they say? What country was that? Was it Spain? France? What country was that?
France.
France. And what did they say exactly?
France.
They said what?
France has made it illegal to get a DNA test because they believe that it's been so many deceitful women that if all the men start requesting DNA tests, it will crumble their society. Because they believe so many tests will come back that those men are not the fathers. You can get sued in France up to 15 grand if you want a DNA test for your kid right now today. That's just how deceitful they believe the women are.
So what does that say about these women? Let it go and keep your thing.
What we always used to say back in the day.
Let's keep your thing real.
She been lying, sneaking and cheating and doing the same thing.
But I'm going to say this real quick in this part.
Film up.
And they've always tried to make it seem and look as if it was always the men.
Always just us, Pop. It was always just us.
As we go further, what you find out is you find out just how bad they have really been.
They lie as much as they say men lie.
Or more.
I think it's more.
Miller versus Rasmussen. When it comes to 3-year-old Zaylee Rasmussen, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Rasmussen, you are not the father. Miss Miller.
Be respectful.
Sorry.
Miss Miller.
I'm sorry.
Pop, I'm going to let the judge go in, but because I watched this whole episode and me and you will start breaking down these episodes for the channel, just for the men. Young men, please protect your seed. Debo, this was a case where the other dude don't want nothing to do with him. So you cheering in court about the only man that's been showing up, picking her up. Pop, I'm going to tell you right now, when we get done with this episode, me and you going to go back, we're going to pick an episode, and we're going to record it so you can see the whole show. So the whole show is breaking down everything that this father has been doing or not been doing leading up to this paternity test. This is one of the cases where this man has been fully involved. We're cheering for a deadbeat to be the father. I'm going to let the judge go off.
Yes.
That's a lot of nerve considering the alternative is somebody that don't want nothing to do with you or your child.
I'm sorry.
That's a lot of nerve.
How evil are some of these
You
women?
just showed me where your priorities were right there.
I'm sorry.
Because I held out hope that you weren't just acting a fool because you so mad at him because he cheated on you that you would cheat your child out of a father. But that cheering you did, what you cheering? I'm a single mother with nobody that loves me or my child. What you cheering for?
I'm not.
No, you were. He is over here breaking down because he loves this child so much. I sit here day after day after day with women hoping a man would drive 16 miles to see their baby, much less 160 miles each way, and abide by a court order and sign a birth certificate and come day after day and...
Hold on now, Pop. He been driving 160 miles.
160 each way.
Each way.
That's 320 miles, man.
We'll break this episode down and put it on our channel as well.
That's 320.
And look at how she got the nerve to get out here and treat this good man. She gonna get in here and jump up and down. She gonna rejoice. Rejoice about what as a judge. Let the judge go ahead and keep taking them to church.
Going on.
We're gonna let the
week after
judge
week
keep
so
talking.
they can grow visitation to have a relationship with a child. And you have no compassion for not just him, but for Zaylee. She's 3 years old. Now,
because the other man
he's
said
not
he
just
don't
gonna
want
be
nothing to do with you
heartbroken.
or the baby.
We gotta break this news to her. And y'all over here cheering like it's a sport. This is this baby's life. And I asked you, where's this other man? I don't know. And you know he don't want nothing to do with you. Sitting up there cheering. Mr. Rasmussen, I am so sorry. I know this hurts you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I don't know what I'm going to do. She's my whole world. Everything I do is for her. She was the reason I went to work every day.
You heard him, Daddy.
That's what
I
men
know
do.
you have a bond with her.
Daddy, you heard him. He said she was the reason I went to...
I feel like my whole world is in ruins
Oh, no,
now.
but that's what men do.
Oh.
Daddy,
Miss
hear you,
Miller, I'm
Daddy.
going to
What
say
you
this
say?
to you
That's
before
what
I
That's
men
what
start
men
court.
do.
Your child deserves to know who her father is. Whether or not that man wants to be in her life, physically present and participate. He does have a legal obligation to help support her financially. It's important that you make this right. She'll one day ask, where is my father? Every action you take from this point will write the story that you will later have to tell her. I wish the best. Found out she was pregnant. Even though she said it could be yours or it could be my ex's, did you step up?
Yes, ma'am.
You did.
Yes, ma'am. I did everything. Take care of the boys, make sure they going to school. I was, feeding her, doing the cleaning.
So you were there participating like the father. Did you sign the birth certificate?
No, I didn't sign anything because I wanted the DNA test first.
Well, that was smart. It has been determined by this court. Mr. Jones, you
I'm crying,
are
Pop.
not
You
the
punching the
father.
pony. His mama standing next to him. It broke his heart. You heard him. He said he's doing for the little boys. Now, this is a daughter now. I mean, this lady got at least 2 other
Okay,
kids.
Mr. Jones.
I'm ready to go.
He said he's ready to go.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I gotta get up out of here.
I hope you will find comfort.
Pops ain't never watched this show, y'all. I'm gonna start bringing y'all content from this show.
It has been determined by this court, Mr. G, you are not the father.
I'm fine as well.
I'm sorry, Mr. G. All right, I can see that hurt to hear. Can you tell the court what you're feeling in this moment?
He said betrayed.
I just feel like drained.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Carnell Alexander. Back in 2016, he was pulled over for what he thought was a regular traffic stop until he found out that when the...
I'll say this because we going over our minutes that we feel like we want to go on. We're going to end it right here. We'll come back with a part 2 of this episode. They could tell me whatever they want to, but mandatory DNA testing, I think, should be required right at birth because I believe it's going to set a lot of the record straight.
It will.
And the men who need to be responsible for these kids need to step up or they need to go to jail. It's that simple. But I don't want no men who might not be the father to be paying or be doing none of that.
Right. And then once again, let's just be real. So you know what it does is at the same time, if you do that, and if this guy's not the father, then guess what you find out straight out the bat? Now you start to begin to even see more and more women's infidelity. And they want to talk about men.
And that's what we don't want to address right there, Pop.
That's right. See, we don't want to talk about how you got so many women that's out here nowadays that's lying, sneaking, and cheating.
And doing the same thing.
See, we don't want to talk about that part. But if you do the mandatory, then that's going to expose all of their cheating ways also.
And it's going to expose all that lying. You're going to have to stop lying with that DNA.
Stop lying and saying that what men are doing that they're not doing.
Whoop, there it is.
And show how many of them like Pookie and Ray Ray. You can say what you want to say.
Come on now. It's me and Pop. We over here on the couch. We over here on YouTube. Y'all come check us out. We just tell it like it is on TikTok.